Ciao my friend. So let's do some morning yoga together. I just woke up, had my coffee, and I feel very stiff. So let's take it easy and oil up all our joints and hopefully wake up our minds as well. So I'm going to start by gripping the floor with my feet. I'm really trying to be present there. Just noticing the soles of your feet touching the ground, pushing with your toes to activate all the little muscles in your feet. And just try to stand tall, like in a mountain pose. Breathe deeply. Need oxygen to wake up. And notice where you're putting the weight on your feet. Perhaps move it a little bit in the back towards your heels, in the front towards the toes. And start putting some very spontaneous movement in your body. So it could be oscillating from one side to the other, just bending one knee and the other. If you're very stiff and you just woke up, probably your body is telling you what kind of movement you need. So just very gently start these movements in your joints, in your knees, in your hips, in your back, in your neck, in your shoulders. Raise your arms, swing them from side to side, just to introduce some movement. Let's put our attention in the neck and here as well, very gently, depending on whatever you feel like you need to do right now. Just move it from side to side, do some small rotations. Up and down. I always like to start with some very gentle kind of rotations. So let's stand at the top of our mat in mountain pose. Let's inhale, stretch your hands up high. Exhale, fold forward. This is very stiff in the morning, it's fine. We don't need to rush. Bend your legs. To make space for your belly, you can also just widen your stance so that you can fold a bit deeper if you want. And try to abandon your head towards the floor. Breathe. With every exhale, it's like we are deflating, melting towards the floor. Place your hands down on the mat and step back. Find a plank. Do some movements here, anything that you feel your body needs. Could be just swinging from side to side, pushing on your toes to move back and forward. Remember to breathe. We are starting to engage our core. Bend your knees, bend your ankles. It's like walking in a plank position here. Inhale and exhale, just bend your legs and come to all fours. And actually, let's just warm up our wrists a little bit more. So I'm just moving my wrist, just trying to warm up all the little joints in the hands. There are so many little muscles and bones that we don't often pay attention to. So just rotate your wrists, open and close the hands. And let's take a second in child's pose. So it's very personal choice how to do child's pose, right? It really depends on how you're comfortable, and the point of the pose is also to just melt on the floor, in my opinion. So it really should be comfortable and not something that you need to tense to hold up, right? So for this reason, I like to widen my knees, and the toes of my feet are touching. So it's like a triangle shape, and this creates space for my upper body to just sink in the middle of my legs, basically. And I'm going to walk the hands forward and try to melt on the floor. And if you don't quite reach the floor with your upper body, with your hands, you can also create like a pillow for your head, for your forehead. So I like to use two fists, one on top of the other, and place my forehead on top of them. And in this way, the weight of my body is basically equally distributed between my lower body and my forearms that are touching the floor. But my chest is not touching the floor, and this allows me to really take some deep breaths. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Inhale in the back body. Exhale, you can make some noise, nobody's watching. You're alive. You're okay. Inhabit your body. Inhale, come up. And we're going to do some cat cows, so on all fours, just moving our spine. Inhale, push your chest forward, look up. Exhale, arch your spine towards the ceiling. Let your head drop. Relax your neck. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, relax your neck. The spine can be quite stiff in the morning, right? So let's really take our time here to feel what do we need to do to wake us up. Keep flowing, synchronizing your breath with the movement. And I invite you to think about what your low back is doing and start the movement from your tailbone. So when I inhale, I put my tailbone up towards the sky, and everything else follows in the spine. Exhale, tailbone towards the floor. Really broaden your shoulders. Inhale, tailbone up, drop your belly. Exhale, push on your hands to activate your arms in this movement. Keep flowing at your own rhythm, taking your time. And if there's a specific movement that you feel like you need to do, so just moving in a circle, or from side to side, anything that you feel is good in your body right now, add it to the movement of cat-cow. I will use our first down dog just as a quick transition, so let's really grip our mat with our fingertips so that it's very stable. Tuck our toes and push up our bum towards the sky in an inverted V shape. You're not going to stay here long, so just walk your dog, bending your knees as much as you need. And then walk forward towards the top of the mat so that your legs meet your hands in a forward fold. And inhales and slowly roll up to standing, stacking the vertebrae on your hips one by one. Good, I'm starting to feel a bit better, a bit more awake, a bit more warm as well. So let's just do a real sun salutation, let's say. Inhale, look up, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands to shin, flat back. Exhale, step back. First to plank and then drop your knees to do a half chaturanga. Bend your elbows so that they face the back of the mat. With control, slowly, and come towards the floor. Inhale, look up, arch your back for a baby cobra. Exhale, push on your hands to downward facing dog. And let's stay here for 5 full breaths. Push on your hands and really think about bum towards the sky. You can bend your knees generously. The goal is not for your heels to touch the ground, but you should feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Try to relax your neck. Inhale, look in between your hands and slowly walk forward with your feet until you come back to at the top of the mat in a forward fold. And inhale, push with your legs to come up hands towards the sky. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. We're going to do this again, just with the variation with the lunges, so that we add some work just on one side, and we try to open the hip. Standing Tadasana at the top of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and step the right leg back. And drop the knee to the ground. Inhale, raise your hands. Here there are a few options. The goal, I'm going to show you on the other side actually. The goal is to feel a stretch in the front of your back leg, right? So there are lots of important muscles that are the ones that you actually use to walk and to do everything during the day. Your psoas, which is part of your core, your quads, of course, and all the muscles that attach basically your front leg to your torso. So I find this to be very stiff for me, so I like every morning to work on it a little bit. So this is just a lunge, and I already feel a bit of a stretch in the front of my hip here if I tuck my tailbone. So just breathe into it. And then if it's comfortable, if you like to add more movement here, you can just bend more your front leg. This is really a big stretch, so perhaps I'm just going to stay a little bit back here. And breathe into it. And exhale, plant your hands on the ground, step back, tuck your toes, and let's push back into downward dog. 3 breaths here. When you inhale, you expand your ribs, and when you exhale, think about sucking your belly, and this creates more space for you to push on your hands and put the tailbone up towards the sky even more. We're going to move towards the top of the mat, walking to forward fold. Exhale. And inhale, arms towards the sky. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with the other leg. And rise up with your torso. The arms can be up, on your leg, wherever you feel is comfortable. Tuck your tailbone to really feel this stretch in the front of your hip. Breathe into it. You can also bend your front leg even more. Breathe into it. Then plant your hands again. Then let's step back to downward dog. 3 breaths. Relax your neck. Inhale, slowly walk forward with your feet at the top of the mat, forward fold. And then push on your legs to come up. Let's just stay here and notice how you feel. You can close your eyes if you want. Widen your stance and perhaps, depending on what your anatomy wants, angle your feet towards the outside of your mat. I place my hands at my hips and I just fall down in Malasana, the squat. And everything just creaks and snaps. Just want to hang in here a little bit, so you can use a block if you want to place your hands to help you out here. Try to keep your back engaged, even though it's we're just hanging in this position really. So our legs may not be very active, although I encourage you to use your glutes to open up your knees. And you can place your elbows in the inside of your knees and place your hands in a prayer position in Anjali Mudra or anywhere you want to make sure that you're not collapsing your knees in. And maybe this is a lot for you, it's totally fine. I'm very used to this position, I like it a lot, so this is why I like to hang it here quite a bit in the morning. I feel like it helps with all, like loosening up all the joints basically. But if this is very, very tough for you, it's fine, just don't do it, or do it a few seconds and then skip it. And we're just going to sit down, so I'm going to place my hands in the back to help me sit down and lengthen my legs forward. Just shaking them from side to side. Rotating my ankles. It's a movement we haven't done yet, and I think I need it this morning. Moving my feet up and down and rotating the ankles. Let's add a twist to our morning practice. So sit tall, Dandasana, the staff pose. So really think about where your sitting bones are and align your spine on top of your sitting bone. Think about a string drawing upwards from the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders. Starting with any side you want, bend your knee And here, depending again on your anatomy and your preferences, you can just place your foot on the floor near your other leg, bending the knee as much or as little as you feel comfortable here. The point is to try to still have the weight equally in both seated bones. And maybe staying here it's enough for the twist, or maybe you want to actually place the foot on the opposite side of your knee. This can create a lot of constriction because you're putting your thigh against your belly. So by all means you can try to move your bits around to create more space, but maybe you don't like crossing the legs like this, and it's absolutely fine. In fact, today I'm just going to uncross them and stay here. Lengthen your spine. With the inhale, think about chest towards the sky to really broaden the shoulders, the collarbones. When you exhale, use your own muscles to twist towards the folded leg and perhaps even look at the back. We're going to take this really step by step, slowly. And I'm not using my hands to pull for now, to pull myself into the twist. I'm really just using my own muscles in the core, in the back, right? All these muscles that we don't even know what they are, but they're there. So inhale, I like to extend my hand, my arm, the one of the side that I'm bending my knee. Just extend it towards the sky with the inhale, and exhale, I twist some more and I place my hand in towards the back on the floor. Again, I'm not using my hands to pull. You can totally stay here and just breathe into it if you feel this twist. Just notice where you're feeling. Maybe in your hip, maybe in the side of your neck. If anything hurts, just do it a little bit less. It's fine. We are not doing the no pain, no gain bullshit here. Just do what you feel like doing. And with the next exhale, we unravel the twist slowly. And we do the other side. Stand tall, sit tall. Really thinking about expanding the space between each vertebra. Relaxing your shoulders. Bend your other leg. Perhaps experiment if on this side you prefer to cross the legs or not. It's totally fine. If you need to adjust your clothes, your belly, any part of your body with your hands, you can do so. And inhale, I twist towards the bent leg. And I use the breath to twist ever so slightly more at each breath. Perhaps with the next inhale, stretch your arm up, and with the exhale, place your hand in the back on the mat and look back to stretch the neck as well. This is my tighter side. There is always going to be a tighter side. It's fine. We're not symmetric beings. Notice any feeling or any emotion that arises if you notice these differences. Perhaps you're annoyed with yourself, or you think you should work harder to correct these differences. Instead, what about you send some gentle compassion to yourself and say, it's okay, I am what I am. With the next exhale, unravel your twist. Perhaps move your legs a little bit. Shake anything that became tight. And we're going to end today with legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. Just because I feel like it really. If in the morning you feel like you just want to get going at this point, that's also fine, honestly. I know you're supposed to end up with Shavasana, etc. Maybe it's meditation. I don't really have time today for this. I need to go do my laundry. So here we are, okay, real life. So if you have a wall nearby, great. If not, you can just put up your legs, right? So that basically you're inverting the flow of all the liquids in our bodies. So I'm going to just scooch closer to the wall and then whip up my legs like this. Voila. And my butt is not really touching the wall, so I really don't fancy doing something hard now. So I just place my legs up. I'm taking my time noticing my spine and adjusting in any way I need to. The clothes, what my hips are doing, so really take your time. Notice your spine, notice your shoulders. And once you found comfortable position where all your back is nice and straight on the floor, your chest is open so you can really breathe. Let's take some time to breathe here. If your legs straight up the wall are uncomfortable in any way, you can also just bend them and place your feet up the wall, on the wall really. Maybe this is a bit more comfortable. Or maybe let your knees fall to the side. And I just want you to relax. I know we just woke up, so it's like, feels a bit like we don't really need to lie down again, but oh well. Just breathe deeply. And you can stay here as long as you want. Perhaps set an intention for the day. Try to remember this calm, if you're feeling calm now. And my cat really wants me to let her in, so I'll leave you here and go open the door for her. Thank thank you for joining me today. If you have any requests for next time, leave them down in the comments.